Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice, where we jam down, we vibe to Andistan'dhin's music as he tries to implicate Albie even further in the murder of Patrol. However, we've now clarified that he couldn't possibly have actually seen Albie by presenting the notice that there were shutters between the windows of his room and the treasure room. With that said, it's now presenting him with that fact. Wait, this vibe in top of the charts where you're from. What's your poison? Orchestra? Jazz soul? Dunes. There's nothing wrong with my ears, witness. But something's not quite right with your eyes. Mr. Andistan'dhin, you've been lying to this court. Now why would I lie? I got nothing to hide. Sure. Truth and truth alone is all I sing. Lying, yo, nah, lying ain't my thing. Shut up with the singing! I contend otherwise. Do you recognise this object, Mr. Andistan'dhin? It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In this notice, the following instruction to the temple monks is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? I'm talking about the fact that from your chamber, you couldn't have seen anyone going into the treasure room through those shutters. Ah! Looks like you didn't get the memo. No way! I don't believe it, man! If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notice for yourself? Let's see. Something will something for something. Is that your idea of reading? I'm not so hot at reading Khura'inese, man. I usually get one of the other monks to read stuff for me, you know? Doesn't that make your duties as head monk a little difficult? Hey, cut me some slack, man. I only moved to this country 6 months ago. That's quite recent, isn't it? So, how did someone who's only been here 6 months become head monk of a temple? How little you understand. Religious faith can be measured in months or years. I've only been an advocate of Khura'ism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teachings really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country. Yeah, it was that. Or was it the fact that there are no lawyers here that spoke to you? Mr. Payne, I know just how you feel, my man. Her Holiness's teaching spoke to me too. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Brother Dumb and Brother Dumber. Well, I know why Payne suddenly became a believer in Khura'ism, but could Andistan'dhin have had an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too? Mr. Andistan'dhin, were you really in your chamber as you claim? What? Hey, be chill, brother. Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Objection! Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now?
According to Mr. Andistan'dhin's testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else?
Well...
Do you have a theory, defense? Do you know where Mr. Andistan'dhin was, if not in his chamber? If he wasn't in his room, then... If Albie had gone down the hallway towards the treasure room, there are only a few places he could have seen Albie from. I do have a theory, Your Majesty. Let's say the witness really did see Albie going towards the treasure room. What then? The defense proposes this is the only place he could have been to see Albie go down that hall. Literally just here, which places him within everything, doesn't it? I mean, that's just where it is. Or, you know, I'd like to place him nearer the breaker, to be fair. But just here, it's fine. He has to be in that hallway. There! But you just suggested earlier, that's where the true culprit might have been! True, but no matter how I look at it, this is the only place Andistan'dhin could have been. Mr. Foreign Lawyer, don't tell me! Are you accusing Mr. Andistan'dhin of being the true culprit in this case? J'accuse. Yes, Your Majesty. I contend there's a strong possibility this witness is the murderer.
Objection!
There we go.
How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize her benevolence's insights, now you accuse the head monk of murder? Objection!
This is the only place the witness could have been. If he was here, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved his body to the treasure room.
That's nothing but groundless conjecture.
And there's one more thing. Do you remember what was said in the opening argument? The opening argument! During that argument, it was suggested that Albie used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure.
That's right. And what of it?
Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used his position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure.
What?
What? You're joshing me, man! The keys to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure?
You can't possibly be serious!
Does this mean you're claiming that Miss Andistan'dhin's oath of faith is nothing but a lie designed to get him close to the treasure? The witness hasn't been truthful in his testimony to this court. So clearly, he isn't above lying. Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother that naught but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
Objection! This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lie is such a strong word. Maybe it was just a mistake.
Enough with the nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. You're just embarrassing yourself, man.
What?
What was that, Miss Andistan'dhin? Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. You've gone and said something I can't forgive. You called my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. And nobody gets away with that. What on earth? That music is making my ears bleed. What do you mean it's my ears? This is the music of my soul! Death to the lawyer! I'm the Twilight Messenger! Can't you tell? Gonna take this lying lawyer straight to hell! Hey, he's death metal, man. He's dripping with lies, running with Philistines. I'm gonna send that lawyer to the guillotines. Doesn't really rhyme. And now for something completely different. We've got Monty Python now. That plinkety-plunk music just wouldn't let me express my rage. Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed? You just don't get it. If I lied, it's because you drove me to it. All sniffing around suspicious and throwing out false accusations. Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job. Yeah, well, lawyers are crap. Keep making noise and I'll have to use my partner here on you. Come on. Throw it out. Shred it. I'm the one making noise? Hey, so you wanna know the truth, huh? Think you can handle the truth, do ya? Fine. Let's see you try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat! Savage, right? Sweating bullets, ain't ya? I could listen for a little while more. If it wasn't repetitive. The screams in my soul are gonna make a mosh pit out of this peanut gallery. Oh, yeah. They like it. Did he really just win the court over with that performance? Yo, geezer! I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this chart topper Soul Screaming Truth. The Soul Screaming Truth. Death metal grow. Yeah. Nifid explosion. The priestess's dance had come to an end. To the music storeroom, my way I did wend. Death truth is what you dread. Hear me shred. From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room. Trailing from behind, hound on the scent, I saw Pat roll after Albie he went. Me and my girl here, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom cap beats. And out went the power, took it to midnight, blacker than black as black, robbing all sides. Yeah, baby, let that soul metal flow. What's with the rhyming in your death metal? What is that music? I've never heard anything like it. I need to dissolve my throat there. And it's so fast, it's making my head spin. This is Tehm'pul metal! Hey, yo, geezer! How are those ears ringing? I don't know much about music, but I've got chills, and they're multiplying. You scared lawyer man? Run away, fast as you can.
What a wonderful rim! The perfect accompaniment for further deliberations. Now, Mr. Andistan'dhin, what did you go to the music storeroom for?
Hey, I want to put my Tehm'pul away. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing in the right. But then why did you lie before? Because you'd send me to hell! Huh? We all know about lawyers and their lying, loyally ways. Am I right, people? If I admitted I went to the storeroom, he'd have drummed up a false charge on me. I didn't want to get sent to hell. What do you say? He's right. That so would have happened. Now I see why that Defense Culpability Act was passed. You feel me, Khura'in? Yeah, you said it. Is it too much to ask for a low-key trial? Now, are you punks ready to rock or what? Fire up your horns. I can't hear you. I said, you ready to teach this lying lawyer how we do things around here? Alright, then I'm gonna lay it on you one more time. The screaming truth of my soul. I'd say one of the major tricks of Phoenix Wright is that it does so much of a show that you just forget everything that previously happened. That happens to be too much. Too much. Okay, let's have a look. The priestess's dance will come to an end. To the music storeroom my way I did wend. Hold it! You say you went to the music storeroom? But how do we know you didn't go to the treasure room to steal the treasure instead? And on what grounds would you base that accusation? Got anything to show for it? He's right. I don't really have any proof. And yet... well, you can't prove that you didn't go to the treasure room either. You stole the treasure and were ready to make your getaway when you saw Mr. Roll. So you panicked and ran into the music storeroom, isn't that right? Come on, gallery. Help me out. Why do I feel like I'm being stabbed by icy stares from every direction? The silence is your answer, lawyer man. This audience knows the score. Just what we needed. A moment of silence to bid this lawyer's baseless claim goodbye. Why do they have to hate lawyers so much in this country? I said it before and I'll say it again, lawyer man. After the priestess's dance, I went to the music storeroom. Death truth is what you dread. Hear me shred. Well, this is completely useless statement. Should I press it anyway?
Hold
it. So what exactly do you mean by death truth? It's the blade of truth that's gonna send your loyal soul to hell! A sea of blood will be the last thing you ever see. I'm not sure I want to get what he's saying. I don't expect a bobblehead like you to understand. Either you get it and you feel it, or you don't. Simple as that. Yeah, sure, death truth, man. On my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room.
Hold it!
Well, at least he's admitting further these there. How did Albie appear at the time? Couldn't think of it. He was glancing around all shifty-like. You could tell he was up to no good. Shady, I tell ya. What's that saying about people who live in glass houses? Yeah.
When he was about to steal the treasure, so it only stands to reason he'd look furtive.
Objection!
The defendant admitted he was sneaking in to see the treasure box. Wouldn't that be why he was looking around? What's that, people? Only the Holy Mother knows the truth, you say? Psst, wrong. Pees'lubn knows the score, baby. My lips to our Holy Mother's ears, and artist only sings what he saw there. In other words, my reasoning isn't good enough for Godboy here.
And what do you see next, Mr. Andistan'dhin?
I don't know what we're going for at the moment. And trailing from behind, hound on the scent, I saw a patrol. After Albie he went.
Hold it!
Something tells me this is going to be a spectacular waste of time, but what do you mean by hound on the scent? What? You don't get it? It's always the same, y'all. Lyrics question without mercy. The more famous the song, the greater the controversy. It wasn't your lyrical sense I was questioning, more your rhyming, to be honest, at this point. I say hound on the scent like hunting dog, because you know, roll was a guard and... Uh-oh. Here we go. The inspiration came to me suddenly like a flash and...
Hold it!
That's okay. You don't have to explain your lyrics anymore. Hey, you're the one who asked. I knew I shouldn't have asked. Miss Andistan'dhin, you're still on the stand, so please stick to your testimony. And you can explain your lyrics to me later in Darmalan class. Fine, have it your way, geezer. The show must go on. Slash and fresh. Killing my throat. Me and my girl here, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom, can't be beat. Sure, okay. What exactly were you doing in the music storeroom? There, get the picture? Yeah, that helps. Picture? What picture? Mr. Andistan'dhin's requesting you not asking the same thing over and over. Hey, geezer, you got it in one. Take a bow, baby. I thought he was saying he was playing music at the time. Which song of ceremony if he was playing that, maybe. How the heck did he understand that? What was I doing in the music storeroom, you ask? I already told you. I was taking care of my partner in crime here, getting ready to put her away. See, would you believe it? And out went the power. Ticket to midnight. Blacker than blackest black, robbing all sight.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred? Like I said, I was in the music storeroom. My girl had been sounding a little off, so I had to get her back in tune. Isn't it true that you were actually in the hallway at that time? The hallway, you say? Why would I be in the hallway? You were waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. Now that you discovered that the treasure had been stolen, you were going to kill him. Lawyer man, just as always, so full of bull. Spewing noxious lies and pulling the wool. Filthy liar through and through, and I ain't never ever gonna forgive you.
Utter lies with no evidence. As always, his claims are just tenuous.
Hey, nice prosecutor. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Someone stop their jam session, please. You've made your assertions clear, defense, but your argument is rather unsubstantiated. That's not good. What's so funny, Pees'lubn and Andistan'dhin? Nevertheless, the possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under cover of darkness.
You're forgetting one very important thing.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten that the outage happened by chance, not design.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. I did forget about that. But he's literally standing there.
It's not like the witness planned the outage so he could take advantage of the darkness. And without darkness, it would have been hard to sneak up behind Mr. Roll and kill him.
You're right. Even I would notice something coming up behind me. Well, defense, what do you have to say about that? What can I say about that?
Mr. Wright, your claim is completely without merit. Unless you want to argue that the witness somehow magically made the outage happen.
Why are you helping me so much, Payne? I love you. Except I don't. Well, maybe not magically, but... Wait, that's it! I contend the witness could have made the power outage happen. With no magic necessary.
What?
You have a theory, defense? All he had to do was make use of something shown on this diagram. What did the witness use to make the power outage happen? Finally, we get to say it. As long as I get my hand. Oh, I got it perfect. First up. Go. I can do this. Yeah. The breaker. He was standing next to the breaker. He had to flip a switch for a power outage.
Take that!
The witness was in the storeroom. The circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say? Ah! Nice try, but that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man. And why not? Just saying I turned the breaker off and then snuck up on Mr. Roll and hit him. In pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever. That's what you're saying? Haha. With the lights off, that hallway is blacker than 100 midnights. You can't see the hand in front of your face! How could anyone commit murder like that? Unless it was somebody standing right in front of the victim like the accused. I know how you could have. I hate when he's right, but I can't just let his point stand. Well, maybe the victim was holding something that served as a guide. A guide through the darkness?
Something. That's more than a little vague, wouldn't you agree?
You ain't gonna move this room with a half-baked hunch like that, bro. You gotta hit him hard. Really make him feel it, you hear me? Just on my verse, baby. Woo! Well, I'm afraid I don't understand the witness's lyrics very well either. But in a trial, your arguments have to be clear and precise. Let's see some of that clarity and precision now, defense. What do I do? Can you present to us something that could have served as a guide through the darkness? Yes! Yes, I can. Because there has to be something. Alright, let's see what you have, defense. What could the victim have been holding that served as a guide throughout the darkness? Well, it's the very murder weapon itself, right? The one that glows in the dark.
Take that!
I believe the victim was holding the treasure box.
Ah?
Huh?
Have you gone mad?
Well, the box glows in the dark, so you could use it as a sort of beacon. Well, I guess you're right.
But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box?
Well, because your guess is as good as mine. Who's this lawyer talking about? Nonsense and lies yet again. Just give him the death penalty already. Hey guys, I thought we established this was the murder weapon. Is there no way to win them over? Like literally, like the murder weapon, guys. That would be the reason why it's holding on. Even, like, the crowd should be able to tweak already at this point. Is there no way to win them over? Defense. Are we going to be needing those tongue shears after all? No, your majesty. Yeah, ma'am. Do it. Do it! And we can jam out to this lawyer's shrieks of pain. Better get those screams of agony out now, lawyer man. While you still have a tongue to scream with. I guess I better come up with a reason. No pressure or anything. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box, it can easily be explained as thus. Brain, don't fail me now. What reason could the victim possibly have had to be holding that treasure box? Well, one, the victim was holding the treasure box because he was... Well, one is... Obviously, second actually is the murderer, but one is the fact that he holds the key to unlock it and become the thief. It's an idea I just happened to stumble upon. But I think it just might be the answer. And it would turn this whole trial upside down. Hello, defense? Are you still with us? Let's hear this easy explanation you promised. Isn't it possible that it was because the victim himself was the thief? The victim?
The thief?
Wait. Did I somehow get this all mixed up and follow a different train on my own? Off in a different direction? What kind of bull are you spewing now? Your Majesty, this guy's off his rocker. If the victim was the thief, everything we've learned so far would all make sense. And it would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions. Wait, how did I get here? Was I so wrapped up in Andistan'dhin and now Phoenix has gone like a completely left turn? What? Huh? After the morning dance of devotion, Mr. Earl went to the treasure room. He grabbed the box that contained the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran into Albie on the Great Stairs. That's why Mr. Roll pulled his gun on Albie. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Plus he had it, I forgot he had a blooming covering his face thing, which is kind of rubbish when he's still in the same clothes. Then when the blackout occurred... Mr. Roll was bludgeoned to death in the darkness. This explains why the victim would be holding the glowing treasure box in the dark. And how it would have been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him. I just took it as Andistan'dhin was carrying the thing and using it as a source of light to be able to see. Oops. Where did I not reading comprehension some of this is what I'm wondering.
Do you have any idea what you're saying?
You're unbelievable, lawyer man. I think you've lost it. Haha. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Bro, trying to roll the temple. That devout believer. That pious Khura'inist. I won't allow you to disparage the victim's departed soul with unfounded allegations. I hope you're prepared to back up your claim. And so we will do now that we've taken a turn into a different alley. I thought we were going nicely forward down a completely straight path. But then, like, a divergence happened and I wanted to turn right, but we went left. We really went left. Patrol. was carrying it away, making him a beacon, making him a target. But then why did the murder happen? Is it still happening the way I think it happened? Or is it happening the way that Phoenix thinks it happened? I guess my brain, my comprehension will be found next episode. So I'll see you then for more Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice. I'm so confused. Bye-bye.